In less than a year, millions of Nigerians will line up at polling units to decide who leads the country and their states for the next 4 years. But for millions living in displacement camps across Adamawa, Borno, and Katsina, some of the states carrying Nigeria's heaviest displacement burdens, that choice may never come. Not because they are legally excluded, not because they have lost their right to vote, but because the system designed to register them has failed to reach them. HumAngle visited displacement camps across these locations to find who gets counted, who gets left behind, and why.
At the Malkoi IDP camp in Yola South, Adamawa State, we met Mohammed Abdullahi, a 21-year-old who would not get the chance to vote because the registration process in his camp was incomplete. Mohammed is from Goza in Borno State, northeastern Nigeria. He fled Goza in 2015 with his mother when Boko Haram insurgents attacked the area and has since been living in the Malkoi camp in Yola South, Adamawa State. When INEC officials visited the camp in April, they took down names, initiated a pre-registration process, and never returned. Mohammed has been eager to vote, but he doesn't have a PVC. He is one of the many first-time voters in Malkoi camp who will not be able to vote this year.
Kawai katin zaɓe mu da ya zama nan kusa don ba kowa yake da kuɗin mashin da zai hau irin kamar namtari da sauransu nan ba.
He runs a small grocery store inside the camp to make ends meet.
At one of the several uncompleted buildings that now compete with hotels, event centers and offices at the Gidandawa business layout in Katsina metropole, internally displaced persons find relief from attacks. But one thing has continued to bother them for over 4 years. They cannot vote like many other Nigerians. Usman Lawal, a former party agent, fled his community following repeated attacks, including one that led to the death of his junior brother. For someone who had participated actively in politics, not being able to vote in 2023 general election was painful.
Domin Allah a radda aka yi zaɓe ban da ma abincin da zan ba iyalina balle in hau ƙarhe in je in yi zaɓe. Domin Allah. Kuma idanuwa na ba su gani sosai ba ni ta ya ƙasa. Dole sai na hau abu ha. Ƙwarai ko na harkoki na siyasa sosai har eja na yi.
Na wace jam'iyya?
Na PDP.
A wace shekara ke?
To, shekara ce yanzu dai tsakanin ga Allah saboda rikitancin ya samu tsakanin ga Allah. Yawa.
For IDPs like Hajara Suleiman, the attack that forced her out of Bore village in 2022 will never be forgotten. In the commotion of fleeing the attacks, she left behind everything including her voter's card.
Wallahi da na gudun ne na taho nan to kayan ne ko ina sai aka harkita su. Kuma sai da aka balla man shi ba bayan na yi taho nan. Suna zuwa amma dai mutum da ɗaya ne ya taɓa zuwa. Ya ce mu je in ba mu da shi mutum ya je ya yi. In ba ya katin zaɓen. Mun je ba mu samu ba. Mun je so ɗaya ba mu samu ba. Layi.
On July 10, I visited the Shuari displacement settlement to speak with residents about the forthcoming general election. But people were understandably cautious because the previous night there had been a terrorist attack very, very close to the settlement. Eventually, I sat down with two residents, 52-year-old Gadao Kamsalam and 29-year-old Muhammad Saeed. Gadao has lived in displacement for 10 years after fleeing Gulumba in the Bama local government area when Boko Haram attacked in 2015. Despite living near Maiduguri for years, he still travels back to Bama every election because that's where his polling unit is.
Na yi zaɓe. Mun yi zaɓe a Bama, Waldu Bama. Daga nan ne muka je daga mota. An kawo mana mota. Mun waɗansu suka hau da kuɗinsu, waɗansu aka kawo musu mota.
What stayed with me even more was Muhammad's response. Unlike Gadao, he has stopped voting altogether. The last time he voted was in 2015, and he told me that he no longer believes election can change anything. Instead, he said he believes only the military can restore normalcy.
Amma dai ina je ganin kokarin soja yanda soja yanda kasar waje suke irin Chali da Burkina Faso kaga su suna mulkin soja ne da su to ya su lafiya ba to ni a tunani na in soja ne muka samu maybe shi zai yi mana kamar yanda su can suka
so kana ganin ya soja ne zai iya kama na Whether one agrees with him or not, it reminded me how years of conflict and displacement can reshape people's faith in democracy itself.
But I also think that there are lessons here for us to learn, in the sense that continuous voters registration should not be ceremonial. And what do I mean? Can we have a system or a process where we don't have to stop? Or even when we have to stop CVR, maybe we stop it because of an impending election, so that INEC can have enough time to procure and produce, then deal with the logistics of distribution of permanent voters card or collection of permanent voters card.
Voter registration ended on July 26. The self-registration process was conducted digitally, leaving many displaced Nigerians unable to complete the process. None of the people we spoke with or their families were able to register. Even some, whose details were initially collected, never received confirmation from INEC. The Commission has also said there will be no extension. If millions of displaced Nigerians cannot register to vote, who speaks for them when the nation goes to the polls in 2027?